Hey folks, Jason the Dead Card Gamer here. Today I'm going to be opening up some starter decks from the MegaMan NT Warrior card game. This game is one that I have played a lot. I actually own pretty much every card in the game, even most if not all of the promo cards. It is just one of my favorite games. It's a lot of fun. I have these three starter decks for some reason. Still, they are so they put out two starter decks for each of the three sets. Power Up, the first set, had a MegaMan and a Torchman, and Grand Prix had a Base and Pharaoh Man, and then Grave had Proto Man and Shark Man. So basically, I've got the three bad guy decks here. We're gonna crack these open and show you some of the cards. Maybe explain a little bit of some of the rules as well, because like I say, it's one that I know pretty well. We can get her open here. So each of these decks is going to come with a rule book. It's not a super difficult game. It has some fun mechanics to it. It'll also have the playmat that has your spot for your net navi and your 4 resource slots, your 5 power slots for your blast deck, and your discard there. It also has a nice little handy turn sequence, helper thing there. Let's rip open this guy. So each of these is going to come with 5 foils, and some of the rares, this is the only way that you could get them in foil. You're going to have your Torchman, Hothead, Net Navi. They all had subtitles just in case they did multiple versions of them. I believe MegaMan was the only one that actually had multiple versions, but Torchman is your most basic Net Navi. He's got 2 strength, 2 defense, and 2 blast, which is, like I say, just completely average stats, no special ability or anything there. This is a Flame Brain resource card. Resource cards were like permanents that stayed on the field, and which helped you play other cards later because you needed to spot cards of certain colors or that had, for instance, the character-specific tags on them. If you'll notice, Torchman has his own tag up there in the corner, and for this card, you had to spot a Torchman tag, which could be your Net Navi, to play it, and then it would also give you another Torchman tag to use. Here's his red resource. He was actually obviously built around red and blue. There were actually 4 colors in the game. There's red, blue, yellow, and green. And usually you wanted to narrow it down to only 2 of those colors. Then you got your Net Navi, your 2 character-specific foils, and then 2 generic foils. Then I believe that these were the only way you could get them in foil was from these starter decks. Another fiery Net Navi resource, one that can be used for any Net Navi, but is obviously designed to work well with old Torchman here. Guard 1, Battle Chip. Battle Chips were like kind of like instants in Magic. They were things that you could play during combat that would boost your stats in some way. There's a Laser Blast. There's the old Cyber Sword, which was a very, very good card. Power Pastries resource. Just added 1 to your Blast Destiny, which is always a good thing. Great Surprise. Pretty good move. Impressive Battlers. Vulcan 1, and there was I think 3 different levels of Vulcan that all got progressively more powerful and actually took more power to play. Power Pastries again. There's another Guard 1, another Fiery Net Navi. Impressive Battlers, Worthy Opponent. Laser Blast there. There's a Big Trouble blue resource. Hair Shot. The rarity on these, you could tell they all had card numbers on the bottom. The 1, it's hard to see. Let's see if we can get it in focus there. Sorry about bumping the camera. So you got the 1, which means it's from the first set. The C, which is a common. Then 43 was the card number. So these are super easy to sort if you're going for collector numbers. Easy to tell which set each of them is from. and also easy to find the rarity on them. I don't actually sort these by collector number though. I actually have them sorted. First off, I have all my net Navi cards. Anything that's specific to a net Navi I have separated for them, and then I have all my battle chips together, all my red resources, all of my red events. I divide them up like that because it makes deck building a little easier for me. Fish on the Brain. There was so it's based on the anime MegaMan Anti-Warrior more so than the video games, and the anime had a whole bunch of food jokes in it. Some more worthy opponent. So we're getting a lot of playsets here because these decks were actually all pretty good straight out of the box. Some power pictures again. Another area steal. Pretty good move. Great surprise. I don't remember 100%, but I believe that playsets in this game were 4 cards, but I could be wrong on that. Could be more. So there you go. There's the Torchman deck. Now let's get into Grand Prix was the second set that came out, and we've got the Pharaoh Man here. If we can pop it open. All right. Got the updated Grand Prix rule book. I don't remember what it was that changed with Grand Prix. It may well have been nothing. I believe that they introduced net ops, which was like so in the story of excuse me, of Mega Man Anti-Warrior. Mega Man was actually a character inside a video game that all the people on the show played. So your net Navi was your avatar within the video game, and your net opt cards represented your player. Alright. Got Pharaoh Man with some cool art there. He's got 3 strength, 2 defense, and a 4 blast, so pretty good on the blast there. Falling object. Spin, burn a power to place 2 cards from your discard pile on top of your deck. Pretty powerful stuff because in this game, the amount of cards in your deck is essentially your life total. Decking out the other players, how you win, so it's kind of a life recovery card there. Open the door, resource spend, and they say spend because you had to play resources to the field. Because you had 4 resource slots, and so you played resources in one phase of the turn, and then in the next phase you could actually spend those resources. So you had to kind of set things up ahead of time before you could use them. Spend, if you played a battle chip this turn, add its destiny to your blast destiny. Pretty good stuff. Blast is kind of your big attack that you can do each turn. Then we got a Petrify, which is another Pharaoh Man specific resource. Spend, burn 3 power to burn all of your opponent's power. Pretty good stuff. And then another open the door there. Permanent results, there's a Pharaoh Man specific card. Clean them out. Vulcan 2. Remember we had Vulcan 1s from the last set, so kind of got an upgrade going on there. Let's see, Weepers. Raise the temp. Blowing some fire there. Worthy opponent. Which is actually a reprint. It's actually a card from the first set. We saw some of those earlier in the Torchman deck, but the starter decks actually had a mix of cards from the first and second sets. There's another Laser Blast. There's a Winning Hand. If you played a battle chip this turn, power up. That's good stuff. Battle chips were pretty awesome in this game. As I recall, though, you only get 1 battle chip per turn, but some of them were pretty powerful. Your net Navi is strength +5, so you know that your basic hits were based on your strength. So, and I mean, old Pharaoh Man here starts at a 3. Torchman earlier started at 2, so adding 5 to that is pretty huge. Let's see, it's electric. We got a card with a roll on it there. Fish intervention. Once again, lots of stuff about fish. Ready for battle there. Focus. Yeah, Mega Man had like a power sword thing in this anime, I believe. Winning hand, there's a chip junkie. This guy was super useful. Reveal a random card from your discard pile. If it's a battleship, you may play it. This does not count against your battleship limit. So if you packed a lot of battleships in your deck, or you just got lucky, you could actually get a second battleship for the turn. Which is always nice. Charge forward there, clean them out. Some more battleships. Boomer 2, Alaria Steel. A lot of repeats later on. Got these common cards, but it gives you the consistency. I mean, you know how it is. Mega Energy Bomb. Lose 1 energy to make your net navy strength +2 for each blue resource you have in play. If you're playing a solid blue deck, because you can put it all in. And actually, that's going to be pretty useless in this deck, isn't it? A red and yellow deck. Huh. Weird. But that could be pretty powerful if you had 4 blue resources out there. +8 power is a lot. Alright, so there is the Pharaoh Man deck. Now let's check out Shark Man from Grave, which was the 3rd and final set. Oh, and apparently I was wrong. He's the one that fights base. Proto Man was the Grand Prix counterpart to Pharaoh Man. Come on out. Alright. So we got the Grave rulebook here. Once again, I don't know if or what it added to the game. I'm trying to see in the back, see if there's anything that points out as new, but yeah. Alright, and there's our playmat again. And there's our pack of cards. Let them open. So we've got the Sharkman Net Navy. Again, a basic 2/2/2. Out of water, play any number of resources. Because you had limits on how many you could play per turn. I don't believe that gives you extra slots. That would be crazy. Discard a battleship to replace each card in your opponent's power gauge with a card from his or her discard pile. Place the replaced cards in your opponent's discard pile. So that actually your power, you had 5 levels, and if you used your Net Navi's blast ability, you added up the destiny, which is the number up in the corner here. So you could actually, and you didn't add it up, you chose one of them to use as your blast destiny number, which is how much damage you would do to the other guys. So this actually let you stack their blast power, and you would take all of the low destiny cards out of their discard pile, like this one with a 1, and stack it so that they couldn't blast you very hard. Pretty useful stuff. If you played a battleship this turn, draw 2 cards. Surprisingly sharp, that's pretty useful. There's no alternatives again. Our requital. Surprise transfer. Excuse me. Giving it away. Connection interrupted. Another great surprise there. There's Guardian of the Forest. Requital. Yeah, so you had actually upgraded versions. There's Guard 1 and a Guard 2. Recovery 10. Make your opponent take 2 random cards from his or her discard pile into hand to make your Net Navi defense +2. Pretty good stuff. Gives them an advantage, but gives you an immediate advantage. Yeah, and there's the old cyber sword that MegaMan has in the show. Giving it away. Cannonball. Another Guard 2 there. Clever trick. A lot of card draw in this deck based on the battleships. Opponent discards down to 3 cards. That's pretty awesome. Limiting your opponent's hand size is a good thing no matter what the game, pretty much. Dogged Determination. I like the art on that one. Him kind of in the shadows, looking intense. There's an Eliminate. Another Requital. Yeah, oops, that one is a Sharkman specific card. Surprise Transfer. Another Frozen Out. Food Education. More stuff about food. Unclear. So, there you go. 3 decks, 15 foil cards. Plus we got some rule books. A little rules review there for you. This is one I'm definitely going to be doing a how to play on in the future, because like I say, I Love this game. Lots of fun. We used to hold tournaments for it in the store that I run, Hurley's Heroes in Joplin, Missouri. Check us out on Facebook. And yeah, anyway, just a really good game. Solid, a lot of fun. Some really cool art, clips from the anime, and the foils are just great looking cards. So anyway, there you go. Give us a like on this video. Please subscribe to the channel so you can see more unboxings and some how-to videos. Some other stuff coming up. I'm actually probably going to do a fun deck tech with a couple of my my Mega Man decks. I have a Woodman deck that just conquers. So there you go. There it is. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'm Jason, the Dead Card Gamer, and have a good day.